about Khalifa and taking the jizya. Who is the jizya accepted from? And in Islam, who is allowed to practice the religion in an Islamic state?
The jizya is taken from any kafir, even Ahl al-Kitab or not, because the hadith, sunnu bihim sunnat Ahl al-Kitab, put on them the sunnah of Ahl al-Kitab, meaning the people of the book is the ones we take the jizya from, but in imitation to that, anyone else that we take the jizya from. Okay, the jizya is taken basically from any kafir. Any kafir. Who do we allow to practice their religion is a disputed matter. Some scholars say only those with skyly religions, you know, the ones whose religion, the rule of their religion is truly from Allah. Like the Jews, truly it was back then, that was an authentic religion. Now it's tainted and tampered. The Christians. Other scholars say it's any non-Muslim the Khalifa sees fit. The gist of that is like in Al-Ahkam al-Sultaniyya, he says, whatever the Khalifa sees fit. He could go in a country, that's why we choose our Khalifa so precisely, because he has so much discretion. He could go to a town and they're atheists or Hindus, not the people of the book, and their religion is not heavenly. So he could go in there and say, no one can practice their religion. Or he could go in there and say, you can practice your religion in your house like Umar allowed the Jews and the Christians. It's really up to the Khalifa of the time.
You talk about justice. In today our society, we have those hungry people for power. But when a justice person, you know, even when we ask him, it's only one or two people, but not everybody asks like Umar. So that's the problem we have. What are some things that we can change that? Is it for example, like maybe us to get involved in the political system, or how could the Ummah change this?
In this country, do you mean? In this country?
Not in our countries.
Well, the way we change it is we really deserve what's going on. I really believe that we deserve what's going on. Why? Because we talk about our leaders, and I really don't put a big blame on them. They're hypocrites and apostates, most of them. However, the bigger blame is on the Ummah behind them. Look what happens to our people. They come there. Our fathers came running from our countries, Palestine, Lebanon, Yemen, every country you can imagine, Pakistan, India. They come here because there's oppression in our countries. They come, I don't want to say they build a club, I don't want to say they build an institution or an organization. They come and build a masjid. And they become tyrants on that masjid, just like the leaders are tyrants in our old country. Sometimes you go to an institute and I want to approve everyone who gives a lecture, everyone who doesn't. Every money, every penny comes under my control. They are worse, wallahi, they're worse than our leaders. At least that guy, he can annihilate a country and no one can ask him, what are you doing? You can do it. Like Saddam did with his chemical warfare. This bum over here probably doesn't have a penny in his pocket. That position he's in doesn't even pay him. Just for the prestige of it, he fights, he will do anything, he bans, he does whatever he wants. And this is a problem that we need to work on ourselves. We need to purify ourselves, because the same way we have evil in us, the same way, wallah, I was listening to the summit. There's an Arabic summit going on in some Gulf country right now. I say, how the heck bums like these lead us? One of them gets up, he can't even talk. He can't even know how to talk. He's reading there and he's stuttering on each word. How did this bum get to that leadership? Why? Because the people in his country are bums like, how did Arafat get to be a leader? Where's the educated people? Where's the Muslims? Because we deserve someone like that, and Allah kept him like that, and we're lesser ranked than him. When we revive, I'm not saying there's good people. Oh, of course there is. But I'm saying the overwhelming majority of the Ummah has to change. When the overwhelming majority of the Ummah change, then he's going to be the first one to call for jihad against the Jews. Yasser Arafat, the stuttering lips is going to call. He's not going to say peace of the brave. He's going to say jihad of the brave now. It's no longer peace of the brave. Why? Just like when I talked about Salah ad-Din and Nur ad-Din, when they used to send a letter to those leaders, the leaders accepted working under the brand of Salah ad-Din for one reason: they feared the people under them will revolt. That's what we need today. We need to, before we advance anything, we need to awaken this ummah, teach them the right Islam, hold steadfast to this Islam. I don't think political participation in this country or in the Arabic country is useful. You know, the Muslims entered in many positions in Arabic countries. What happened? They turned back worse than they were. Just to name a few examples, you know, they tried to enter in the political system. The government used that to collect information and hit them. In this country, I congratulate all those who voted for Bush, because your hands are as filthy as his hands in killing your brothers in Iraq and Afghanistan. They said, oh, this guy is better than Clinton and better than, what's the bum? Al Gore. He's better than Al Gore. They said he's better. You said, brothers, you got, wallah, one time I heard this man talk. He said, you guys, you don't know what an experience it is to go in the booth and to vote. It's just a feel. Wallah, he was talking like that. I said, like it's something, subhanallah, makes you feel so good. And we said, don't. Who said Al Gore is better than Bush? Who said Bush is better than Al Gore? Both are evil. In fact, the Muslim countries were better than Al Gore in Al Gore and Bush's and Clinton's time than they are today. Yeah, there was problems, but no, the Arabic leaders, all these stupid organizations we have, vote for him. And worse than that, after he won, they bragged. We're the ones in Florida who got him to win with this election. We're the ones. I say congratulations, you massacred a Muslim country. Congratulations, another country is going down, and after that one goes down, a third and a fourth country. Congratulate those filthy hands. You and his hands are the same. The way we do it is when we become real Muslims and we turn to Allah, then Allah is going to help us out. Unfortunately, we don't have that today. We extend our arms to everyone but to Allah. It's like someone who's drowning and he hangs on to someone who's drowning. You hang on to someone who's drowning, or you hang on to Allah. We want someone who grasps onto Allah's rope. Hold on, let him go because he was next.
It's hard for me. I cannot express myself, by words.
Jazakallah khair. Barakallah fi.
What is it the rule? What can we do as a citizen of this country when it comes to election? What are we supposed to do?
Really, Jazakallah khair for your kind words, and it's an honor to have you special and everyone else. Wallahi, it's an honor to see these bright faces here. My idea, and of course, I'm just Ahmad Jibril, is do nothing. Do nothing. Because why? Really, we don't do nothing. When we vote, all we're doing is degrading ourselves. Why? Because first of all, our count really doesn't going to make a difference. Even if it made a difference, you know how politicians are. We've been in this country all this life. They promise, and after they get in the position, all these promises go in the garbage. I've never heard anything good done. Maybe locally, yes. I've been following since Mayor Hubbard of this city. Yes, locally, we've seen some things, but that's not locally. We're talking about those big leaders who we never seen any good. We vote, and all we do is probably help them in their aggression. Second of all, we can't teach our kids when we vote and teach ourselves that this is our country. When you vote, you believe that that's it. This is our situation. No, this shouldn't be our country. We're here temporary. We're here to work. We're here whatever. This is one of the things that you teach your kids, that this is our country. This is not our country. Our country doesn't belong here. Muslims never lived permanently in Kafir countries. Our countries belong there. We're here temporary. Okay, we're here temporary. They have their elections. Stay in your house. Go ahead. وإياكم.
I agree, then I disagree. We're here temporary, but our country, our homeland, is getting from worse to worse as far as social, economic. A lot of hypocrisy, a lot of bad things is going on, and we are here, and we cannot sit and watch and not be involved. If you, we've been here, I've been here 30 years. I never voted until a couple of years ago, but I'm involved locally, if you say. As far as the presidency and all that, I don't really care about it. We have to do something for us as a Muslim era, to be involved politically, and to have our voice, heard.
Well, first of all, I don't believe it's Islamically right to vote. And let's assume you vote. Did you see any difference when you voted?
No, I don't.
That answers your question. Yani even the scholars who they claim that said it's halal said if it's a lesser of the two evils. That's why I mentioned in the beginning what's the difference between Al Gore and this one. I believe if Al Gore was there, probably what is going on in Iraq would have never happened. I don't believe Afghanistan would have happened because they were wiser than this. This is a crazy tyrant who came, Allahu Alam, and is leading his country to disaster. Yani I never seen a